Yo, how's it going? It's Liam, man. I'm gonna make a pretty quick video because it's been a long ass day, 12-hour day. And essentially, what I'm talking about is how fast your switch can flip. So, for months and months and months, I was on this kick of being at peace. And it's kind of from Naval. Naval talked about I really wanted to focus on learning how to be happy, honestly. And I achieved that very well. I learned a lot about myself through meditation and through just being alone with myself, not distracted at all, not distracted from work, not distracted by people, and really just being alone and doing basically boring stuff. I learned how to be happy while being bored. And I also learned that happiness is a skill. You can have happiness at all points in time. And what's been exciting is taking that and putting it into work. Whereas before, it was just miserable. I wanted to be miserable all the time. And I realized you don't have to do that. But nonetheless, there was some friction when I had to come into a working schedule right off the bat. I moved away from home. So I moved 3.5 hours away to a spot in Northern Virginia and got my own office, opened up the office, running and training the sales team. So it's a lot of work getting something off of the ground, but what I found is it was so exciting. Today was a ton of fun. I worked from really 7 a.m. to now it's 8 p.m. So it's like, 13 hours. And what I was doing before work was I was hitting legs. And the crazy part is I haven't been dreading anything. It's been exciting. It's really weird how fast that switch just flips, because I totally would have not been doing this if I was back home. But immediately you switch the environment and you change your brain. So if you are stuck, just move out of your town or go somewhere. I mean, changing your environment is how you change your life. So if you want to change your your life instantly, change your environment, move away, go on a vacation, or move out of your parents' house. That's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm only doing it for the summer, just to be transparent, but it still has been a whirlwind and it's been really, really fun so far today. And I know every day is going to be like this. I'm okay with it because it's training a new muscle. I dialed in the happiness muscle. Now I'm dialing in a combination of the happiness and peace with the grind, which is a really, really cool combination that I can't wait to take with me. And I thought my content was going to suffer while I'm here. I don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, what am I doing on my breaks? Posting content. I can post videos all day long. One thing that might suffer is my funny content on DeMarcus Cousins on TikTok. The way I get into the funny mode is I do nothing. I get really bored, and boredom sparks creativity. If you're not bored, it's hard to come up with ideas. That's why space in your schedule is important. It doesn't need to be all the time, but you need to have a day in your schedule where there's nothing, no worries. That's where you're going to get ideas, because you only have judgment when you're resting. That's why Warren Buffett, he gets paid to make 1 or 2 decisions a year. Otherwise, he's resting, playing whatever that game is he plays, and drinking freaking lemonade, he has the judgment. He gets paid, he's leveraged himself. So get to a point where you can do that. Until then, you got to work and just take the days and the moments, really. It gets to a point where all you have is moments of peace. You might not have an entire day, but you've got to use those hours. You can block off 3-4 hours of peace. That goes a long way in a hectic season. And all this is seasons, man. This is not sustainable. You can't work 13 hours every day for an entire year. Your judgment's gonna fail. You might keep producing, but your judgment's gonna fail. So cheers. It's awesome bringing a cool energy to such a hard working environment. Can't wait to make more content.